righty, guys, we'll start here in the front row with Tim May.
Thanks, Mike. Ryan, what'd you get out of this game? This game was kind of all over the place when you kind of look back on it a little bit, especially at the start of the second half, but you had to be happy with the first half. Just what's your take on this game overall?
Yeah, pretty workmanlike, I think. I thought we had the right approach coming in. We found out kind of, I guess, this morning or today that, Nico may be out, and sort of that sort of changed things a little bit just in terms of our approach and, our game planning, but not in terms of our mindset and mentality. And that's the thing that, we want to make sure, as we've talked about before, and to bring it every day and have that look in our eye. And I thought we did that again tonight. We ended up, Jeremiah, had a certain amount of plays. We felt like, we're just going to hold him, make sure that, he's at 100% here over the next week. Decided to hold Carnell this week as well. And so, gave us an opportunity to play some of the younger guys. And I thought Brandon had a lot of nice, third down catches in there. And then we got able to get the run game going. So defense played strong. And then the kickoff return was great to get, on the field. A lot of hard work was done there to get that on the field and executed. So that was good. But I think it was businesslike, workmanlike. I thought we had the right approach to it. Certainly not perfect, but that's what we need to get to, because the precision and the execution that needs to happen here, over the next couple of weeks is going to be very important.
Over to the left, Rob Aller.
Yeah, Ryan, what was the situation with Jeremiah, and what does Brandon Ennis mean to this team, especially in a game like this where your two guys were hobbled?
Yeah, well, Brandon is a captain, and he's has a big voice. He's a very competitive guy, and sort of has heart and soul that you want as a captain. And I think he's a very good football player. He's a competitive guy. He can do a lot of things, and great to see him. I guess he had 6 catches tonight, but those are big catches. A lot of them were, so that was great to see him do that in this game. And Jeremiah was just having a little bit of a nagging issue there that we just wanted to make sure that we were being really smart with him as we know what's coming down the road here. So
Over here to the right, Austin.
Ryan, you mentioned Nico not playing. It feels like, are you annoyed that happened? It seems like this defense wants a more meaningful test, and you guys want to challenge yourself, and that wasn't going to happen maybe without him out there.
Yeah, I mean, annoyed's not the word. You just you always want to compete against the best players you can, and we're excited about competing against Nico again. But if I say it's not about the opponent, it's about us, then it has to be that way. But hopefully he gets a chance to heal up soon and gets back on the field. I think he's a great player.
Front row, Bill Rabinowitz.
The run game got going today. What's your take on what got it going?
I thought the running backs ran hard. I think, it was on 33 carries for 222. And it looked like just about all those guys averaged over 7 yards a carry. But there was a lot of runs that I saw in there where we were making guys miss on the first level and the second level, in particular James. But it starts with the offensive line, and every play sort of looks the same to start with, but how are you finishing the plays? And so we're going to get on the film and make sure we're finishing plays downfield. Guys are finishing their guy downfield. The blocking on the perimeter has got to be strong, and that comes down to effort and mindset. Everybody's involved with the run game, and it starts with the offensive line, tight ends, but Julian's involved. But at the end of the day, it seemed to me like the running backs were getting downhill and running physical. Even I think on one of the touchdown runs by Bo, there was maybe a free hat in the hole, but that's the running game. And sometimes you got to be your own blocker, run guys over, and make them miss. That's how it works. But it was good. I mean, so I guess now looking at the last 2 weeks, we've had, just under maybe 80 runs, because what do we have last week? 40, somewhere around there. So over 70 carries the last 2 weeks, which is great. And I think the more these young backs carry the ball, the better they're going to be. I said that all along. So we're going to need them, man, with the teams we're about to play.
Guys, we got Lorenzo Stiles in the back, and then we're going to come over here to Spencer.
Right, first kick return for this program in 15 years. What does it mean to be able to put one of those on film that you actually can pop one if they choose to kick to you guys?
Yeah, well, Lorenzo, you could see the speed. I mean, he was rolling, and but it takes buy-in from everybody, and we assign each special teams unit to a coach, and Nate Ebner has that group, and I thought he did a great job. First off, you have to get buy-in from the players. They have to believe that it's going to go. We haven't had many opportunities this year. We put that return in this week, and we knew we may not get that many opportunities at it. And Nate said, I really want to take a shot at this thing. And so when it was taken out a yard or two in the end zone, Lorenzo said, once I took it out, I knew I had to return it for a touchdown, so I better get running. He didn't have a choice. I agreed with him. But it's just the buy-in from everybody. That's how it works. Because all it takes is one guy. How many times have you heard a return way? If we just made one more block, it would have gone. And that's what it takes. So it's a mindset of guys doing their job, and when special teams can flip a game like that, certainly it makes a big difference.
All right, and final question for Coach Day will be Doug Lamarese.
Ryan, I think fans remember several years ago when Jackson Smith and Jigba got hurt, and it was a lingering thing, and then it wound up that he didn't play the rest of the year, and they see two talented receivers who are dealing with stuff right now. Just like, what is the process that you guys go through with players trying to figure out when to sit them, when to play them, and trying to make sure something doesn't last the rest of the season?
Yeah, we rely on our medical staff, and just go with the doctors. They're the ones who know best, and then certainly the feedback that you get from the players is important as well, and just make the best decisions we can.
Is there anything that you are concerned long term about Carnell or Jeremiah right now?
No.
All right, Coach, thank you very